This year's Pharmacist of the Year has found a way to use the virtual world to connect to his patients and to his community. A bit of a media celebrity in his community, he has used his passion for pharmacy, his infectious energy, and his compassion for his patients and coworkers to help us navigate these challenging times and to ensure his community has access to the healthcare that they need.
Michael is probably one of the best people I've ever worked with.
He just goes above and beyond. He does what he can for anybody.
He's there 100% of the time, and he's willing to put in that extra mile.
I think he's very sincere, very authentic.
Michael's been here since he was a baby pharmacist. So when he came from Australia, he came here, had to work as a PA for a little bit, so pharmacy assistant. And then when he took over as manager, he started making things happen. He brought in the INR project, the Bloom project.
The expanded services are his thing, so he does a lot of that, prescribing, renewing, some that are covered by the government, some that aren't. He does a lot of them.
He's a go-getter, so if he wants something, he makes sure it happens, and he's always on our side.
He's super sweet. He's always so considerate of the customers and his coworkers. He just is always doing nice things for everybody. He bakes cupcakes for people for their birthdays. He just is just a super nice guy, and he's great at his job as well.
We've been living here in Berwick for a better part of 30 years, and this has been our go-to pharmacy, and over a period of time, I'm in and out of the store constantly. I have a child with special needs and an aging mother, and he's been my go-to person for all kinds of, not only just medical advice, just personal stuff, and been able to reach out to us when we've had some difficult times. It's hard to put a finger on it because it does get personal. You know, there's a lot of personal things that need to be discussed, and sometimes the answers are hard to accept. But when it's presented the right way, it makes it a little bit easier for all of us. And I've come to trust him in those areas. So not just trusting him as a pharmacist, but trusting him as a person and a friend.
He's always very available, accessible.
His patients love him. He has a fan club.
He has Facebook weekly updates since the pandemic started, literally every week, even when he's not here. He's been isolating in his apartment, and he still updates people, answering questions about vaccines that people have, just anything in that nature.
He has his regulars, and they tune in every week just to hear what he has to say.
People will come in and they'll be like, "Oh my God, are you the guy on Facebook?" And he's just with a big smile. Yes, that's me.
Myself and my mom both watch them, and my mom thinks he's hilarious. She says he's her favorite pharmacist. He's just so funny. I love how he goes above and beyond to do stuff like go on Facebook and go on live. Not a lot of people would do that for their jobs.
He likes to inform people of what's going on.
He is so upbeat and informative, and he's just a nice guy.
He's the kind of guy you don't mind bringing a coffee in for, because you know he's got your back.
Michael's just really great overall. I think he's a great person. He's a great pharmacist. He's definitely a great coworker. He's always been super nice to me and everybody around me.
And he's an excellent baker. You might not know that. So you might want to let him know when your birthday is.
That's pretty much Michael. He's a big nerd that he probably wouldn't come across as all the time.
He's the guy. He's the guy you want to see.
Our Pharmacist of the Year is Michael McIntyre.
Hello, I am here to give my COVID-safe acceptance speech. I'm going to start with very cliche. It's an honor just to be nominated for the award, which honestly, it really is. And to be considered the winner, it's still kind of spinning the wheels up here. To be perfectly honest, I really don't feel like I deserve much of the credit for this award. I'm very fortunate to work with an incredible team here in Berwick. The pharmacists and pharmacy assistants we have, absolutely incredible and support me in ways I can't even count. So huge thank you to them for supporting me all the step of the way, as well as the rest of the staff in the store, the rest of McCordy's team, not to mention the Pharmacy East team and PANS themselves. I know this past year, I'm not going to be the only one to say it, it's been a pretty wild ride, and without the support of the aforementioned people, I would not be standing at all, let alone standing here. I do feel, I guess, kind of compelled to give some advice on achieving greatness. I really don't have any to give, though. The secret is, most days, I have no idea what I'm doing. And speaking with other people in the profession and other people in other professions, that's actually kind of common. So I guess that's my piece of advice, is that all we can really do is show up every day, do your absolute best, and surround yourself with excellent people. And with all those pieces in check, the rest kind of comes in as it will. So again, to the PANS committee and all of my coworkers and people who've supported me all throughout the months and years and have brought me to this point, I want to say a huge, huge thank you. Really appreciate everything that's been done for me. And I hope to make everybody proud in the future as well.